What's going on, guys? Bringing you guys some more builds today, and they are the very popular Hunter's Fury sets. Now, like my other builds, like when it comes to the shotgun build I have, you don't have to use a Scorpio for these builds. You can use, like, say, a Tsunami if you prefer that one. I know a lot of people love using that one. So if you want to use that, go right ahead. You can experiment, see how you like that. To me, I still like the Scorpio for status effects and crowd control, so to me, this is what I like using. Now, for the set pieces that you're going to be using is going to be from, of course, the Hunter's Fury. You get all that good stuff from the 15% shotgun damage and SMG damage, and then when you have the three pieces, you get the 20%, then 100% health on kill, and then the Apex Predator, all that stuff is good. But the one thing that I'm using the Gunner class specifically for is to stack on the armor on kill. That way I'm getting a total of 30% armor on kill. You can try to do with mods, but that would take away from my crit stuff. So it's up to you if you want to experiment and see how you like that. But to me, just having that 30% just from the Gunner class and then also from my equipment, amazing. The Hunter's Fury equipment. Now, the two talents that I love now using ever since I put it with my shield build is going to be the Rush talent for the backpacks and the Intimidate talent from the chest pieces. Now, for both of them, I have a Grupo, Sombra, and then from here I have a Seska, so that way I'm getting some crit chance here and some crit damage here. Now, this backpack took me a while to find only because of, like, I wanted specific stuff, like I want crits and crit chance. Well, I didn't get the crit chance, I had to recalibrate that, but I wanted some decent weapon damage, and I needed the backpack talent to be there if I'm gonna recalibrate for a different attribute. But, these two together, just amazing work. They're a combo. As soon as you're within 10 meters, you also get this. So you get that, what's it called, the bonus armor, and it stacks up to 3 times, so you can get a total of 60. And then right here, you get that weapon damage up by 35% just for being within 10 meters. So they just work together fantastically. Now, for these four pieces, I do have them as weapon damage. That way, I can have these two pieces as blue armor tiers, or the core attributes as armor. Now, you don't have to do it like this. You can completely have, like, all reds if you want just pure DPS. But to me, my playstyle, how I like to play, I like having the two blue core attributes only because they do help me out at times. I don't like being too squishy, especially playing on heroic difficulty. I have not tried this on legendary because of my opinions on not wanting to take shotguns or SMGs to legendary missions. You always want distance, but I'm thinking about it. But it's just I don't know how that's gonna be. I'll let you guys know. But for now, the heroic modes, to me, just having just the two blues helps out. I have 1.1 mil armor. Anything, I'd have less than that. It helps with my shield, so I have just a little bit of health. Now, my skills, I don't ultimately rely on them for too much. Like, they're not gonna, like, that shield isn't gonna absorb a whole bunch of damage. It's gonna get destroyed if you just decide to, like, perk up or, like, stay walking around and just let the enemy shoot at you. It will get destroyed pretty fairly quick. Now, for the defender drone, same thing goes. It's just there to mitigate some damage, like to take away some damage. So that way, if like you're in a bad spot, put your defender drone up, and then start dodge rolling your way out. Like roll yourself out, leapfrog somewhere into safety, get yourself in a good positioning, or like wherever you're not gonna get murdered or stuck at. Now, the submachine gun I do have is the Dark Winter. It's perfect killer, so whenever I kill an enemy with a critical hit, I get 50% extra critical hit damage for 10 seconds. So, it comes in pretty handy. The pistol, I didn't know what to put on it. I didn't know what kind of pistol I wanted for this class, so I just put the lightning rod. Maybe someone out there, you see this build and you're like, I know the perfect pistol to go for this. Go right ahead, man. I'm telling you, all these builds I have, I'm like, I'm not the first to use Hunter's Furies, so, but I know that I've seen people run all sorts of ways when it comes to Hunter's Fury, but it's very, like, hard to, I guess, see other people, like, run certain sets that try to, like, work together and synchronize. Like, I'll see, like, some people have, like, some Hunter's Fury there, and then they'll have, like, a Foxprayer's knee pad, and I'm just like, I get it, you want that damage out of cover, and all that stuff, but it's just not worth it losing that rifle. Like, you have a rifle damage somewhere where it doesn't need to be. It could be something else completely. Like right here, I have skill damage for this chest piece. I don't need it. I mean, I am looking for a new chest piece, but in the meantime, considering what I don't have, this is good. But if I do find one without the skill damage, maybe a crit chance or crit damage, perfect, you know? That's what I'll be looking out for. But at least I have that choice to look out for. But just having where I could change it if anything. Like say if I find everything else that's perfect weapon damage, perfect crit hit, perfect like well not perfect, but I just find an intimidate talent already on it. Then I can just, I'll just change that whatever that attribute is that just happens that I don't like. But you can't change the brand set bonuses. So that rifle damage that you would have on just on the knee pad makes no sense to me. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you, man. But all right, so this was the rush one. So this one is more for like if you want to play a little bit slightly defensive. If you're not comfortable with this build yet, you can take a revive hive. You don't have to take a defender drone. But once you feel a little bit more comfortable, you are gonna be up in the enemy's face. You are gonna play a little Rambo style. So be prepared. You're gonna be very close to them only because you want these two to proc and set off. Here, let's show you guys the second one. The second one's a little bit more for like if you're comfortable with the Hunter's Rush build and you want to take it up a notch and you want to like, go around a different play style. It's still going to be the same playstyle where you're going to be close, but different playstyle knowing now since you have a fire, like the fire turret, you're going to be able to stop certain ads in place and then dish out a lot of damage. But do be careful, guys. This cooldown is a very like long time. It's 55 seconds. So I mean, to other people it might not seem long, but comparing it to the defender drone, it can be long, especially since this is like you use that secondary skill to help you out in any way, shape, or form. So just having that cooldown 55 seconds can be a bit of a mess, but it still works. Now, of course, I still have the Scorpio. You can still use a Tsunami if you like. I still have the Dark Winter here, but instead for the sidearm, I have a Firestarter shotgun from the Firewall tree. Now, the reason why I have it, of course, whenever like I'll shoot out maybe a couple rounds and then go straight to my flame turret. There's times, most of the times I forget because I'm just wanting to dish out DPS here, but you can use this like that if you wanted to, especially on certain enemies who have burn resistance, which, now that I think, I don't really know much enemies that have burn resistance like that, unless you're playing like PvP. Now, same spots, everything is literally the same, guys. Now, for this set, though, you can, however, like if you wanted instead of two blues and you're feeling really comfortable in your playstyle, switch it out for yellows. Get some skill tier in there. Like help out your flame turret, help out your shield a little bit more. I mean, the shield will actually be the same now that I realize, but help out your flame turret. It'd be up to you. Experiment. Let me know how it works out in the comments below. Whatever works, man. Everyone has their own play style. That's what I try to tell everybody. You don't have to follow my build to a complete like teeth. You can figure out what pieces I'm using, see the combination I'm choosing to use, and then see if it works with you. If it works with you, then go ahead, no problem. But if you're like, maybe I like this skill better, like, I wouldn't want to use this, maybe you'd like to use a firebomb, go right ahead, man. It's what you're comfortable with. Always remember that. You don't like, there's a lot of people that try to dictate how certain people's builds should be. No, they should be certain things that line up and should make sense, like especially like brand set bonuses and all that good stuff. But certain things, like when it comes to certain talents you want to use, as long as it fits some way, shape, and form and helps you out and synergizes with other pieces you have, I don't see that as a problem. I only see that as innovation and you being creative and original. So that's a plus for me, and I always love seeing people do crazy things. You will hear from another video I'll be making. It's I have the NSync and the HSync ones. They are in-sync builds, but I've seen so many people run Empress on it. I'll get to that. Otherwise, this is a whole nother conversation, but I'll get to that. But all right, guys. So here, on both pieces, I should have, let's see, some crit hit damage mod, and then a crit hit chance. 5.7. Do I have a 5.7 here? Yeah, I switched them out because I had a 5.6 earlier, and I finally found a 5.7. Can't find them unless I do legendaries for some reason, like maxed out mods. But yeah. So the mods are all the same. All right, guys. So the order I'm going to be showing them is going to be the rush first, and then the flame. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy.
Glad you made it. Let's do this.